Hi guys, in this video we will be solving perfect friends problem. So the problem says that there will be n number of students and they are divided among k clubs. Okay, k club 1, club 2, club 3 and so on, and we are asked if we want to choose two students and they must belong to the two different clubs, then there are how many ways for it. Okay, so it is a little bit mathematical also. Along with that, there is a concept of DS also in it. Okay, so let's first solve the mathematical part of it. Okay, let's suppose we have two groups. A, B and C are the three students in this group. This is the second group. There are two students, D and E. So how many ways can I choose two students such that they are belonging to the two different groups? Okay, and the number of students is 2. Okay, so if I choose two students as A and B, so this is not allowed because there are two students, that is correct, but they are belonging to the same group, so that is not allowed. So we cannot choose this one. So what is allowed to us? You can choose a student A and D. Is it allowed? Yes, allowed. A and E, it is also allowed. B and D is allowed. B and E is allowed. And C and D and C and E is also allowed. So total there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So total there are 6. So we can get this count also by simply multiplying the number of students here and here. So 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So 6 is the answer and we are getting 6 by making the pairs also. So this is what we are going to use. If we want to find the number of combinations, then we are simply going to multiply it. Okay, so this is what we are going to use. Okay, now suppose in the question we will be given in the form of graph, like suppose 1 and 2 are friends, it will be given to us. 2 and 3 are friends, will be given to us. 1 and 4 is friend, will be given to us. Okay, then other thing will be given to us, like 5 and 6 are friend, 6 and 7 are friends, and 5 and 7 are also friends. Okay, so it will be given to us something like this. Then we will be asked in how many ways can we choose a student. Like if we see all of these group of students, this particular one are connected to each other. Okay, so these are belonging to what? One group. Let's name it as K1. And these group of students are connected to each other and they are belonging to a different group. Let's name it as K2. Okay. So now we have to find the number of ways in which we can choose two students belonging to these two groups, or more than two groups can also be there. Okay. But the idea will be same. So what we will do is that we will simply count the number of students, or what we can do, we can simply count the number of elements in this particular component, that is component K1. Then we will simply count the number of component in this particular, sorry, the number of nodes in this particular component K2. So we got over here that 4 nodes are there in this component and 3 nodes are there in this component. Okay, so what we will do, we will simply multiply 4 into 3 equals to 12. So 12 is the number of ways. Okay, this is our answer. So this is what we are going to do to solve this particular problem. We are going to, for each component, we are going to count the number of elements in that particular component. Okay, or what we can do, we will simply, for all the vertices, what we will do, we will simply call the function the same. We will use the same method which we used in the previous problem to get the components. So what we will do, for all each of the unvisited node, we will make a call to get connected components function. Okay, get connected components function. So this will give us an array list of all the elements or all the nodes in that component. So for this particular one, this will give us an array list of 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, when we get this array list, the size of this array list is what? The number of elements in this component. So 4, we will get 4 from here. Okay, then again we will call get connected components for this particular one. So it will give us an array list of what? 3, 6 and 7. Then we will apply the size property on this array list and we will get 3 as the count of number of elements in this particular component. Okay, now we can simply multiply 4 and 3 and we will be able to get the answer. Okay, now let's suppose if there are more than two dimensions, more than two components. Let's suppose this is component K1 with 3 students, component K2 with 4 students, and component K3 K1 with 2 students. So what I will do, this particular one can pair up with this one and this one. So my answer for this one will be what? 3 into 4 plus 3 into 2. Okay, Now this particular 4 will can pair up with this one only. If it will pair up with this one, then 4 into 2 will be redundant. Okay, let me write it again, what I just now said. Now 4 can not pair up with 3, it can only pair up with 2, because if it will pair up with 3, then 3 into 4, this particular one will be redundant, these two will be same. Okay, we are again counting the same pair, so this will not happen. Okay, so we will not again count with 3. Okay, so this answer for this particular 4 is what? 4 into 2. Okay, now come to this particular node 2. 2 cannot pair up with 4 because it is 2 cannot pair up with 4 because it is exactly same as this one. Okay, 2 cannot pair up with 3 because it is exactly same as this. We have counted here for 3 and 2, so 2 and 3 will be duplicate, so we will not add for 2, so nothing will be there for this particular 2, so we will get 0 from here. Finally we will add this one, this one, and this one, it will be our answer. Okay, so I think now till now everything has been clear to you guys. So now let's move on to the coding part for this problem. Okay, so for now let's use the scanner. What we can do, first we are given, let's make scanner object, new scanner. First we are given the number of nodes, that is n, number of children, so let's take input for that. Okay, then we are given number of edges or the clubs, let's take input for that. Okay, let's move on to full screen, and let's take k input. We have to make the graph also, so let's make array list of edge, array graph is equal to new array list, array of size n. Okay, now for integer we have to allocate memory to each array list. Graph of I equal to new array list. Okay, this is done. We will have to make the edge class also. Let's make static class edge, integer source, integer neighbor. Okay, let's make the constructor for this class, integer source, integer neighbor. Let's assign it the values, this dot source equal to source, this dot neighbor equal to neighbor. Okay, now we are done with that. Now let's take the input for the graph. For integer I equal to 1, I less than equal to k plus I. Let's take the first node as input, u equal to scn dot next integer. Okay, let's take input for this one, v. Now let's add the edges, so graph of u dot add new edge of what? U and v. Since it is a bidirected graph, means so we'll add the same for v also, new edge of v comma u. Okay, so this is done. After this, what we will do, so we have taken the input. Now let's see, we have taken the input for number of students, we have taken for the input for number of clubs, we have taken input for graph also. Now we have to find our answer, so let's do that. Let's make an array list of integer array arr is equal to new array list. Okay, now let's make a boolean array visited, to mark which nodes are visited, which are not, new boolean of size n. Okay, now we will iterate through this. I equal to 0, I is less than n, plus I. If this node is not visited, if negation visited of I, then what we will call? We will call DFS, or the get connected components function on it. Okay, so it is nothing but the modified version of DFS, so I am writing DFS for now. Okay, so we will add graph to it, we will add visited to it, we will add the source node to it, and let's make a new array list of integer temporary equal to new array list. Okay, we will pass this temporary also to it. Okay, after this what we will do, we will add the temporary size in our array dot size. So put that, let's add that array dot add what temporary dot size. Okay, then we have to finally calculate the answer over here also, but first just write the function. Okay, so public static void, and the name of the function was dfs. Okay, now we will be given a graph, so let's take input for that. Array list of edge, array graph, then we are taking what visited array, so boolean array visited, then we are taking the source node. Okay, now we are taking an array list of integer, array list of integer temp. Okay, now what we have to do, visited of source equal to true, then temporary dot add source. Okay, and what we have to do, for edge object edg in graph of what, graph of source. If the neighbor is not visited, if the neighbor is not visited, then what we have to do, we have to call the dfs graph visited as dot neighbor will be the source this time, and temporary will be as it is. Okay, done. We have written everything or not, we have marked true, we have added it. For non-visited neighbors we are calling the dfs, and our work is done. Now after this what we will do, let's make our variable integer answer is equal to 0. We'll iterate for integer I equal to 0, I is less than array dot size plus plus I. Now inside this, for integer j equal to I plus 1, j is less than array dot size minus 1 plus plus j. Okay, now what we will add to our answer, answer plus is equal to what, array dot get of I into array dot get of j. Okay, now finally what we have to do, we have to, I think we need to print the answer, the system dot out dot print line answer. Okay, let me explain you one more thing, few more things what we are doing over here. So I have told you that if we have 3 groups, then I was, for this particular group I was multiplying these two plus these two, for this particular group I was multiplying with this, and for last group there is no point of multiplying, there is no such extra element after this particular element, and we are getting 0 for this element. So that's why I have written array dot size minus 1. Otherwise for the last element, if I will check the next element, so it will give us an exception. Okay, so I have written like this, and what we are doing over here, we are simply adding, if there are 3 groups, then we are and our answer is 0, so our answer will be what, product of these two plus these two plus the product of these two also. So I am adding each answer over here. Okay, finally we are printing the answer. I think everything has been clear to you guys. Let's check our code. We have written everything. Okay, we have made boolean array. Okay, if it is not visited, then okay, correct. If it is not visited, then we are passing the temp. Okay, then we are adding it. Okay, we are running the loop. Okay, I think everything is correct. Let's try to run this code and just see whether is it correct or not. We are getting right answer. Let's try to submit it and see whether is it passing all test cases or not, whether our solution is fully correct or not. Let's check that. We are getting full marks, that means our solution is correct. I hope you guys would have liked the video.